where the fun begins.
Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader are literally two sides of the same coin. But who wins if they were to actually face off? For this video, I will literally just be using Vader in 4, 5 and 6 and Anakin in episode 3 prior to his fall to the dark side. However, if you would like me to compare the two versions of Vader, pre-suit and then obviously robotic Vader as I call him, let me know in the comments and I'll make it in a future video. Anakin was a very, very fast duelist. He was expert in style 4 and 5 of lightsaber combat. This, when paired with his Jedi potential almost being fully reached in episode 3, meant that his lightsaber combat would easily have kept up with Darth Vader and even maybe overwhelmed him. However, in this duel, I do feel his arrogance would have caused a downside for him as much as it was against Obi-Wan and then Dooku in episode 2.
We'll take him together. You're going slowly on the left.
Taking him now! No, Anakin, no! No!
Vader had much more experience than Anakin. He had more accessibility to the Force, even though his connection and midichlorian count was lower than Anakin's after his loss on Mustafar. Vader would have a huge upper hand in the fact he would know all of Anakin's moves and fight style, whereas Vader used a lightsaber style not commonly used by anybody else, meaning Anakin would not know how to combat it very well. Vader, in comparison to Anakin, he also used the Force way more in lightsaber fights, whereas Anakin mainly focused on physical combat to overwhelm his opponents. Personally, I also feel like Vader would take the opportunity to toy with Anakin, much like Dooku did.
Sense great fear in you, Skywalker. You have hate, you have anger, but you don't use them.
But in this scenario, Vader would know Anakin's tap to the dark side and how much it would increase and change his power, so he wouldn't actually be overwhelmed like Dooku was. Vader's biggest issue is his suit. It was made by Palpatine to be very restricting for him, meaning Vader's movements are very limited. However, on the other hand, it did provide a level of protection against lightsaber strikes. It also allowed him to have the high ground, badumtis. It also allowed him to have the high ground, especially when over Anakin, as the metal legs provided a bit more extra height. After weighing everything up, I would have to say, even though the fight would be very, very, very close, Vader would still have the edge for me, thanks to A, his experience, and then B, mainly his knowledge on how Anakin fights. But as always, that is literally just my opinion. Do feel free to let me know what you think would happen in the comments.